Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Let's Play Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, the 40th birthday Let's Play. In our first episode, we built Orange Crush, this roller coaster here, and it's going very well already. And also, we made this little food court over here, which is buzzing along. So, one thing I wanted to do before we get into things is I wanted to actually name the park. It is Extreme Heights, but I think we can give it a custom name, and I think you will like this name. We are going to call it Over the Hill Park. Isn't that clever of me? Because, well, I don't have to really explain the idiom to you, but that's what they say about turning 40, is you're over the hill. And you know what else is over the hill? Yeah, that's right. So, we are making good puns. So, what I wanted to do is I wanted to immediately start off with some speed building, because I talked about doing it in the last episode, and I want to actually do it. And I want to build the first of our themed lands over here. So, what I intend to do is, well, you know that we have many options. One of them being water features. So I want to make a water theme land, and I want to do that first. Remember, before we start, you are free to request that I add you into the game as a guest, or just name a game or name a guest, whatever you want, as long as it's not terrible. As long as the name is not terrible, I will be happy to add you in. So, with that being said, we're going to do some speed building, turning this whole area into a great big pond. Alright, how about that for some speed building craziness? I am pretty happy, though, with what we managed to make over here. We did use a large chunk of the map for this, but I think I'm okay with that. Because we still have the opportunity to build stuff out here. Now, we do have 2 water rides that are of the type that, you know, you hire a boat, and the boat just, like, goes around. So, what I'm going to do is I am going to build them both. And I like to put the entrance and exit of these things directly onto the directly onto the water, just because, well, if I don't, it's going to be a line, and these things have a tendency to get lost and stuck. Now, what I'm doing here, I'm going to try something, and you'll understand what I'm trying in a moment. In fact, I think I'm going to change my mind about something. Yeah. Oops. Can I make this turn here? Probably not, right? No. Okay. What I am doing... Well, first of all, we're going to do this. Second of all, we're going to do this. Do you understand now what we are doing? In fact, I'm changing my mind a third time. This will act as a barrier, so people will not boat over here. Now they're going to go out here, and I hope they come back here. I don't know if they will. We'll find out. Alright. Wait for full load. 4 boats with 2 people per boat. We'll see how that goes. And the other one we have here is the submarine ride. This area is a little bit less restricted, I think, so we are going to just let that go. Oh wait, this one does have to be a complete circuit. Okay. Well, that's fine. We can just have that sort of creep along the bottom of the water here. And yep. I mean, it's long-ish, but I don't think it's going to be too long. And I like how it's barely, it's like kind of hidden. You can't really see it. Hopefully people will ride this and it'll be cool. Okay, how many can go on a boat? 4 per boat. And there's 16 boats. I think this is one of those things where we launch no matter what. Let's see how that goes. Yep, under the water they go. Honestly, this one probably would have been okay with a short line. Yeah, I fundamentally misunderstood what kind of ride this was. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Oops, wrong way. Okay. I think we're okay now. Let's have... It'll still be a short line, but it'll be a line nonetheless. Okay. This might be tricky. Let's see. Want to do it speaking of tricky, we'll temporarily do that. Put that here. We're gonna destroy. We're going to destroy this piece of ground. Let's see. Let's hope no one drowns. Oh, 2 people drowned. Well, what can I say? It's a roller coaster tycoon tradition to drown your freaking guest. So, sucks to be them. They should have been somewhere else. And like I said, yeah. We're going to turn that on. And likewise, we're going to let it go. I think this will go the same speed no matter whether how many people are on there. So let's give it a Could do a different color for boat. Ooh. So we have. We're going to be doing this. We're just going to go through. And yes, this is something I could speed up if I wanted to, but we're not going to. Because everybody gets their colorful boat. And I could do like 2 complementary colors. Maybe we'll do that for 9 through the end. We'll do like that. Alright. $11 will be that and that. 12. Isn't this fascinating television right here? You better say yes. There we go. Okay. Look at that. It's charming. Alright, now we're going to find out what the, okay, the intensity, excitement is low. Actually getting people to ride this might be a challenge in this park. Same with this, actually. Has anyone actually ridden this yet? There might be a chance that just nobody comes. But I like the idea that they're there, you know? Let them be there. Let them have fun. Okay, so what I want to do is I don't want to go an entire episode without building a roller coaster. So we're going to have to try to find something that we think will go well. You know what's interesting? The traditional wooden roller coaster does not exist in this. In this. Also, I wanted to tell you I had an idea for a shuttle coaster. You know how often in this game you can have railroads and things like that going from place to place? Well, we're not going to have that here. By the way, is this on? Yeah, people bought balloons. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I want unique hats and balloons for each area. I don't see them with... Oh, no, there they are. Okay. Anyway, what can possibly fit? I am thinking... Well, anyway, back to what I was saying, because, once again, ADHD brain is being silly. I want to have transport coasters that function kind of like railroads. And I might or might not finish them. And what I mean by that is I want to at least start them. So, here we go. I'll show you exactly what I mean. First of all, we need this to be higher. Alright, say we have a so-called transport coaster here. What it's going to do is, well, first of all, we're going to have to level out some hills here. Just like this. I think the world will be all right if we do such a thing. All right, so we'll have a full-sized exit ramp. This one will go this way, right? I'm going to violate my own rule about having the paths on opposite sides. I don't think it's relevant here. So what's going to happen is we're going to have a short elevation. Oops, not you. We are going to have a short elevation. And by the way, I think we are going to make this brown. Because I want to make it like a fake railroad track, right? It's going to be a fake railroad. But how many railroads do you know have loops in them? Exactly. So what we're going to do, you're going to drop. Let's see. Maybe, we're gonna have to cut into the ground again, aren't we? Or maybe just Flaming Fury is in the way. I wanted to do a loop. That's the whole spiel I was trying to make here is, okay, we can salvage this. But in order to do that, we're going to have to make the loop go over here. And then what will happen is we'll go straight into the ground here. And then we will go underground. So we're not going to bother making the rest of this, because this is the point of the coaster. We are going to get to a point where we build more out here, right? And at that point, this coaster will have another station out there. It will return and come back here. So that's the other part of this. We have to build the return element now, because if we don't, we will have problems. So this might be a silly and very frivolous idea, but somehow I don't think so. I think it's actually going to work. Alright, we're going to build this. I like how people watch the construction. It's just very goofy. Alright. So let's see here. Oh no, we need this to go away. We need this to be higher. And then we can just do this, right? Yeah. And the thing is, we can make it a bit more interesting, right? This is merely the track layout. Like, we can do, like, whee! And over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can go little lumpies. Alright. The only thing we have to make sure here is that at the top of the hill we have brakes that take it down to a pretty small amount of speed, so that when we go around the corner we can make that happy. Now here is the other thing we are going to do. You see, we're going to call this Transport Coaster 1. It may not surprise you that we are going to make Transport Coaster 2, but what might surprise you is the fact that we are going to make it directly on top of the other one. Once again, we need to make the color scheme fit. Oops. We inverted that bad boy. It's supposed to go the other way. There we go. And it's not exactly the same brown, because who cares? And likewise, oops, we're going to do a lift hill. You know what else we're going to do? We're going to immediately plunge underground. And we're going to put the loop underground too. And then this will go off in this direction to have a station over here. And likewise, as you might expect, we are going to be coming back here, so is this a silly and frivolous idea? Probably, but we are doing it regardless. We can have like tiered stuff going on here. Once again, we'll do brakes, but this one we'll have at 13 miles an hour. And yeah, this will be the return from that direction. Ooh, and we will make sure that people can go where they went to on this thing. Yeah, this does challenge your spatial awareness. It has to be pretty on point to be able to do this. Alright. If we do it on this side, that might be better. I think it's still better, but we have to do this. Actually, no, what we have to do is we have to go down 2 levels. Oh, you know what? We can't go that way. We have to go this way. Which means... Here we go. Alright, we've made it. And let's just fill this with trash cans and stuff. Alright. Where were we? We were over here. I don't want to visually overload too much, so that's why we are focusing this entirely within one area, because I want to keep the waterfront pretty free and clear. So, let me think. There we go. And that'll be the way to get onto that one. Alright, so we have... Did we name this? This is a very frivolous idea, I do warn you. But I think it is going to be adequate. Now, but what I do say is that would be cheating you. It would be absolutely cheating you is if that was our roller coaster of the day, wouldn't it? You would be forgiven for saying you were cheated if that was all I gave you. So what we're going to do is we're going to build another roller coaster, and I think what we're going to do, we need something that's going to fit more or less in this area, and it can go on the water over here. And you know what? I think there is nothing wrong with a nice little corkscrew coaster. So what we're going to do is immediately change our mind about the orientation of this bad boy. Maybe it's a flaw to build station platforms that are this long. Or maybe it's a-okay. But anyway, we're going to put that right here. And then we are going to put this exit ramp over here. And exit ramp. I'm still in City Skylines mode, aren't I? We're going to put this path over here. And don't worry, this will be built in sped up mode. But I just want to get the foundations laid. And there we have it. Alright, speaking of laying foundations, I just want to make sure that future directions are accounted for. So we'll put a path here for now, but we'll make sure that there is a do not enter sign that directly faces that way, so no one comes over here. And now we have the ability to build a roller coaster. So let's hit the fast forward button and do it. Alright, so I think we can say that the Blue Blazer is a smashing success. The intensity hits right in that just over 9% or 9 mark that they like so much. And in fact, I'm going to save this design. We are going to save this design as the Blue Blazer. There we go. So, this is kind of what I hope to be doing in this game. I want to make coaster areas and open areas. I mean, I might still make something out here. There's a lot of land over here. And by the way, has anyone ever been on this ride? Nobody has ever used these rides. But you know what? It doesn't cost us any money to keep them operating. So we're going to keep them on for now. But yeah, the Blue Blazer is a big hit. Everybody loves it. And yeah, we will bring this episode to a close. So yeah, I think aesthetically we need areas that are visually open and pretty. And then we need areas that just have a lot of roller coasters. And those two things, the roller coaster areas can separate the different aesthetic areas. For instance, this is a roller coaster region. Over here is a roller coaster region, but here, aesthetics. And then maybe down here will be aesthetics or something. Who knows? But anyway, that does bring us to the end of this episode. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed it, because I thoroughly enjoyed making it. So, that's going to be it for this episode, and I'll see you next time.